catch this live. And man, I got roasted yesterday. Then this the crazy part. This come right after I was just telling everybody about starting a New Year's resolution early. And, I was like, alright, go ahead and cut back and start, eating less. I ain't gonna lie. I plan on doing a little working out, but nothing major. But, I got put in my place yesterday. Fellas hit me up and, we was talking about weight and people, being too big. And, I got smashed in that category. And I tell people, you see I'm big, but, you don't know how big I am until I tell you. And that just pretty much show that everybody be amazed on how big I really am, but, somebody chumped me and told me, man, I was fat. I was fat. Man, that was funny, though. I take it in love, man, because, the brothers I was talking to yesterday, it was some brothers I met online. And just like one of the brothers said, it's nice to see that, people that's online, they care about me a little bit more than the people around me sometimes, and seeing the progress of you getting big, and then the whole thing of you working out and they really stand on your goals, that's another thing. So, yeah, shout out to them, man. They gave it to me. And let me know I need to get my life together. I need to start eating healthy. I need to start working out. That's on point. I need to be working out. I need to be take care of my health, because the number one thing that stuck out to me the most was saying about my kids. You love your kids, man. Don't you want to, be here for your kids? And I was like, yeah. And, another thing that, we was talking about too was, carrying all that weight, put more weight on your joints, And I hurt my back probably when I was like early 20s. And so ever since then, I get little back spasms every now and then, and the weight don't help. That is true for one. The weight don't help. And me losing some weight, it'll, I'll be more quicker. I can, do my job more efficiently, because I do have a physical job where, I'm not just driving. I'm actually jumping in and out of the truck too. So with me jumping in and out of the truck, moving around, I ain't like all the 18-wheeler drivers that just hit the dock, sit in the truck 3 hours and wait for them to unload. That's why most of those guys get so big, and eating on a burger or something like that, and then you just sitting in the truck, just sitting there. And they was breaking it down, man, telling me how, if I sit there and eat something like a steak, eat something real solid, and I'm sitting there, and once it's in the digestive system, and it starts going through its process, if it doesn't break down the food properly, it turns into stored fat. And so I'm just sitting there getting big. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So, that's why I label the screen fat for the broadcast. But when it comes down to it, me getting my health in line is a big priority. And a lot of people, say the least, they do it too late. And that was one of the reasons for the call was, mainly, you don't want to be calling nobody in the hospital trying to do preventative maintenance. This is funny too. So I hurt my toe at work, and I sit up there, hurt my toe, and I was just limping a little bit. It's healed, but I just tap every now and then, and it kind of sting and it hurts a little bit. So I was wearing steel toes the other day, and so the guy, he asked me, he's like, "What's wrong? You hurt your foot?" I was like, "Yeah, I hurt my foot." And he was like, "You should wear steel toes." I was like, "I got them on today." And he was like, "Who puts on the seatbelt after the car crash?" I was crying laughing. I looked at him. At first it was funny, but the way I looked at him, he busted out laughing and hit me. He was like, "Come on, man." I was like, "I get it, but man, you had to say it like that." I mean, but it is true. I put my steel toes on after I hurt my foot. So, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. And that's the thing too that the guys were saying. They want preventative maintenance. Go ahead and work on yourself now before that. And then the crazy part is, man, I got that spin bike because I was redoing my living room. Redoing the floors. So I got the spin bike just sitting in my sunroom. And, with all workout equipment that's big, it turns into a clothing rack. I told you I moved furniture back in the day. I can't tell you how many treadmills I moved with clothes all over them. And they was like, "Oh man, when I get in a new house, I'm gonna use this thing." They go put it right in front of the window, and the first thing they do, say we gotta come back the next day, they put clothes back on it again. And I get them real good. I be like, "I give you $50 for that thing right now," because that's an expensive clothes rack. And that's when you kind of motivate them to start wanting to use it or just saying something. They can say anything, because when I leave their house, I'm only there for like a day or two, and then they pretty much don't see me again. But for the most part though, it's like a lot of people just use them things like for clothing racks. They don't really use those treadmills. And I'm talking about treadmills are expensive. You got people that bought treadmills, use them for like 6 months, and then something might have happened, stop using them all together. Those things can get upwards of $8,000 or more. On the cheap end, $1,200 for a used. Most of those treadmills, they running about $2,000 or better, at least $2,000, and that's just for a low end. I remember my grandmother, she got one through this medical program, and she paid $200. But man, that treadmill was like rough. It was old school. I'm talking about old school. When I say old, I mean old. Shout out to Gold Professor. That thing was old. So, but for the most part though, man, it's crazy that we do not really take our health serious until it's too late. And shout out to the people, like I said, and I'm still standing on top of it. Yesterday for dinner, after having this little mental beatdown that these guys gave me, which I wasn't worrying about it, because like I said, I was already maintaining that, moving towards that goal anyway. So it just reassured me when I had some people jump at my throat and say, "Hey, take it serious, man. You want to be there for your kids, take it serious." And I said, "Yeah, you're right." So I ended up having a salmon salad yesterday, and it was pretty good. We ended up using kale because we couldn't find no spinach at Walmart. I don't know why I went to Walmart. My wife was right. Should have went to Publix. But yeah, we ended up eating kale. which I don't have a problem. I've eaten kale before. I just prefer spinach. I like spinach. But yeah, had a kale, with grilled salmon, and I spiced mine up. I made mine more like taco. I had guacamole, salsa. I actually put corn in mine, and I didn't put an onion. That's how I made it. But yeah, I had that right there. Man, it's pretty good. A little bit of ranch dressing over it. You know, I'm trying to shout out my taste buds. But yeah, man, it was good. And I actually left my cucumber, so we'll wait till the grocery store open up. I'm gonna go ahead and get my veggie tray and some cucumbers, and I'll probably eat that for breakfast and lunch. Because as it stands right now, it's about 5 in the morning. 5 something, I don't know what time. I think it's 5:52. My truck time, I think it's out up. So basically, when it come down to it, man, yeah, your health is your wealth, and people need to start taking that serious, you know. And now my wife, she was laughing at the situation yesterday, so now she telling me, all right, so we're gonna do more vegetables instead of meat. Then I'm already, when I be at work, I already don't eat a lot of fast food like that. I try to tend to eat like at restaurants that have like cooked food, green beans, you know, mashed potatoes, stuff like that. Place that have like the hot bar. If I go to a grocery store, I go to that hot bar and eat from there, more or less, and try to stay away from the fried chicken. So even though that fried chicken be good, you know, hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know, I'd rather go ahead and try to eat a burrito or a sub. Dang, I left my sub too. Dang. Yeah, man. Yeah, I left my sub. That's the thing. I was losing weight. I was doing the gym diet real hard. I go get me a sub, and most time if I ain't do turkey, I just do a whole bunch of veggies. And Publix got a good veggie sub. You know, I don't know nothing about that. What is that? The blue cheese or whatever they got on one of them veggie subs, but nah, all that other stuff I put on there, just all the veggies and stuff, it's pretty good. And they got like a little spicy Cajun sauce that you put on there. You know, cucumbers taste like meat. But yeah, man, I'm really taking my health serious, and I finally get back on this and run this spin bike again. And I seen him last night on the way I was, you know, clocking out going to bed. I seen Shannon Ross. He was going live with the Ask a Black Man podcast. So with him, I seen him over there. And, you know, he doing that workout videos between him, Big Duke, Underrated, Bruce, Gas, Jazz, and boxing. You know, I be seeing them doing their talks and everything, talking about getting right with your health. So that's like one of the biggest things I need to start back focus on. And actually, the wrestling season is approaching. So I'm going to be trying to see if I can go there to my old high school. Well, not my old high school, but one of my coaches' schools. I got 2 coaches that still coach. So I might be going up there messing with them young boys, you know, lose some weight, because I do the drills with them. And that right there, I start shedding the pounds, bro. Like, that's no joke. Those mountain climbers, you know, just regular calisthenic work, not really hitting no weights. So A lot of people, they hit the weights, and my coach was like, for the most part, you can hit the weights all day, but if you don't, what I'm saying, can't bench press yourself, by just balancing with your own weight, that's where it started. Doing those push-ups, being able to lift your own self back up, doing other exercises that's, basically testing your strength for the most part. And then when it comes down to it, if you want to hit the weights, you can. But the main thing, a lot of people fail with the weights is the repetition of you trying to sit there and build with bigger weights, like keep pressing bigger weights, small reps. The small weights with a lot of reps, man, that builds a lot of muscle too. And so, like I say, just doing those workouts was always the thing that made me lose a lot of weight. And all my coaches too. That was the number one thing. When the season was in, they would always coach. They would always wrestle with us and practice with us. They might not do all the drills, but to a degree, they down there in the trenches with us because they show us. If I can do it, old as I am, I know you can do it. There was never a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to take a lot of that stuff serious because, like I said, the whole point of it was my coaches was, knocking it out. They was coming in there, we do exercise, they get down there, they do it with us. We wrestle, they down there wrestling with us. So when it came down to it, for the most part, it was always an end-to-win thing. And that was one of the things that kept my weight down too anyway. Like even after I graduated high school, I stayed at the same weight for 3 years, because I was always going up there. Actually came on as an assistant coach with my after I graduated, and it just when time was permitted, I would always go up. I would have my parts where I go out and work out of town, but when I come back in, I would always come in as a volunteer assistant coach or something like that. And it got down to the point, man, it's just like I was dedicated to, help coaching the kids, helping them with fundraisers and stuff. I had money, so I was looking out for a couple of guys, because I already know how hard it is, man. You trying to stay in sports, you trying to get your shoes and everything, and it's what it is. The crazy part is, my first pair of wrestling shoes, one of my coaches bought for me. Because he told me, he's like, man, don't get these shoes quick. Then I'm about to come beat you up, hunt you down. That's how much love my coach had for me in the sport. And when it came down to it, that's one of the things like I take serious. When it come down to my weight, I know I can drop that weight easy. I start working out, moving around. That's one of the things me and my wife, we always do. Especially when I get to a certain weight, or she might get to a certain weight, or her stomach might start sticking out a little bit. The first thing she do is come to me and say help. That's one thing, we ping off each other. But like I say, shout out to Duke, I was talking with him. He was saying that about being complacent. You get to a point where you're comfortable at a certain weight, you get complacent about it. And when you get complacent about that weight size, that's when you actually realize it and recognize it. Before you start realizing, recognize that you gained 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds, it's too late. That weight is already there. So when it comes down to it, man, say the least, you got to start working out, take care of your body, and that's what I'm on right now. And one of my partners told me that a long time ago, man, that I always, kind of just lose the weight by just dieting. And he would always say, your muscles, like muscle memory, get used to you doing the basics, and that's it. You got to start breaking those memories out and going more the distance until when you going more the distance at a steady pace, that's when you build better muscle memory to where, you know, your body start connecting like that. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So, instead of me just going ahead and cutting it, I can go ahead and, start working out more. It's just basic workout, man. That's good. See, a lot of understand. Just basic walking, you know, preferably hitting that concrete, walking outside. That's gold right there. Walking outside, going up and down hills, man, that's a full treadmill run right there. Walking up and down those hills, then turn around doing the basic calisthenic work. Hey, that's gold right there. That's money. So, like I said, me sitting here trying to, play around, go ahead and take it serious, go and knock it out. You know, yeah, for the most part. Somebody burning something. But yeah, me taking it serious more or less and go ahead and stay dedicated with workouts. I need to be on top of it. I already cut back on my eating. I do that a lot. I mean, the biggest thing with me, I will go vegan for a minute. And I'll just go ahead and eat nothing but vegetables. And that cuts a lot of weight from me, just eating nothing but vegetables. I remember one time I did it for, I think it was 6 weeks. And to be honest, all I ate was vegetables for like the first week or two. All I ate was vegetables. After knocking those nothing but vegetables out, and then came back in and started, eating bread and little stuff like that. But I would try to eat like the pita bread or eat like a wrap. Man, I had lost like 35 pounds. And I'm talking about literally 6 weeks. 35 pounds. Did my little walks and stuff. 35 pounds in 6 weeks. Big difference, boy. I'm telling you, like, that's why I say I know how to do it. And it's not a big problem for me because, the biggest hump is actually getting over is dealing with, trying to, get your stomach in line to where you won't be eating so much and trying to make yourself full, especially with water. I stay away from those sodas and stuff, man. That's like the big thing to everybody, mess around with them sodas. Staying away from them sodas, man. That's a big thing. A lot of people don't take that serious, but staying away from them sodas. That's a big thing. What's going on here? Let me go ahead. Be right back. Go check in. Get my truck lined up. Man, I'm back. Yeah, man. But like I say, for the most part, let me see who all in here. I don't know this chat thing, this live chat be going. Okay, damn, there's a lot of people in here. What's going on, Ebo? SunCloud, dang, Eyes, Wacky, what's going on? Conscious, what's going on? But yeah, I was basically just, talking about me driving and stuff, and having to the point where, you know, dudes called me out about being fat. And like I say, they was telling me I need to go ahead and, get myself together, in which, ain't nothing wrong with that. I do. Because like I said, I'm 5'11". I ain't gonna say I'm 6 feet no more. I'm 5'11". Oh, I can give myself 5'11 and a half. But yeah. And then I'm 275. Last time I weighed myself, what was it? Close to about a week ago. But yeah, I was 275, man. And that's one of the things I've been constant at this weight at 275 now. Because last year this time I was 275 when I did my physical, and I'm actually gonna go do a physical next week for my job. When you're driving trucks, you gotta get that DOT physical. You know, that's big on. Let me set this tablet up. I might even do a little broadcast with this tab. Oh man, it came off the charger. Oh, that sucks. I was gonna do some templates. Try to show people some saving templates and stuff. Turn this little Fat Boy podcast into some money making stuff too. Get this up off. Yeah, man. But when it come down to it, let's see. All right, so let's charge it. It's the tab that I'm gonna be using when I be on the road, and then I can, tell people some stuff to go look at. I can hit them with the live on the tab, and then that's just pretty much like a laptop. Them Surf Pros. My son had one and made me go get one because I was like, oh man, that's basically like a laptop. All I need to do is just get the keyboard for it, got the kickstand in the back, throw it on the table, keyboard, throw a little mouse up there, and I'm good. But yeah, man, just me being big, like I say, 275, and it running my family. My cousin, he probably I would say about 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". And dude was 300. And I was like, what? 300? I said, man, you weigh more than me. I'm like, how you weigh more than me and you don't look it? I mean, I know, of course, you got a gut, but still, I'm like, bro, you don't look like no 300. And he's like, yeah. And he was actually I think 310 or something like that. And I'm like, dang. I'm like, you do not look 300. I swore dude was like probably 250, maybe 240. Because, he's shorter. But the way he carries his weight, like, it ain't just, like, you see it in his stomach, but he got, broad shoulders, big arms, legs. So it's kind of portion like me. Like I said, I got big arms. I got them, I got stacked shoulders. When I take off my shirt, you can see, like, my collar, like, my neck is wide. And, that's one of the things that when, I be driving, that's when the people with the wide necks, they constantly get on about sleeping, having that sleep apnea. So, and like I told them, I'm just big, broad like that size, but nah, I don't got no sleeping problems. And they was like, all right, they always wanted to give me that sleep test, but because I'm so agile and moving around, and I guess whatever else they say, that they'll never give it to me. And they just saying because I'm so big that a lot of people that's big like that, man, that's a problem. you know And so that's why a lot of times I start losing that weight because of me driving too. Because I've seen guys that, man, you get so big to the point where you start having those health problems. And that's one of the things with truck drivers, man. You'll fool around, that high blood pressure sneak up on you real good. From like your diet, especially like my cholesterol, that was one of the things that I'm starting to have problems now with cholesterol. And people was telling me just eat you some Cheerios and get you some Cheerios, and you ain't got to eat them with milk or nothing like that. You just eat them straight up. That cuts the cholesterol down. And I'm like, okay, I have like little teas that I take for my cholesterol. I make this tonic with ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, and honey, and that's kind of good for colds as well. And so I take that, natural stuff. And that's one of the big things I try to work on is my cholesterol. But other than that, man, like, bruh, like, really hitting it, like, start working out more. Like, that's my thing. I need to start, working out more. Hey, I forgot I had this in my truck. I could have put my phone on this while I was driving. But yeah, just that working out more, and, stop eating so much, man. That's what I told you. Like, my biggest thing is I don't eat at them fast food restaurants like that. I always do try to do mostly restaurants, and I go in there, get me a plate. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, I was up there clowning with the guys. I end up getting me a chicken biscuit with egg and some wedges, but I didn't end up getting a steak. Steak sit heavy on you, and then plus with a lot of times that and I just not noticing this about people was kind of a nasty stuff, but a lot of people don't use the bathroom regularly. Like I go at least once a day, if anything. You supposed to go every time you eat. You're supposed to go to the bathroom, and I found that out. I was like, wow. But when I was a kid, that's how it was. Food would just run through me. I eat. You know, go to the bathroom. And plus, I ate so much as a kid, so I guess that was one of the reasons. But my metabolism was high and just eat a lot of food. But I've noticed a lot of people don't you know go to the restroom, like go to the bathroom, like the waste. You have so much waste build up in you, and that's the cause mostly of you getting so big, like not properly going to the bathroom. And they have some tea. It's called Smooth Move tea, and you could take that Smooth Move tea, and it's just like enzymes and all kind of stuff tea that naturally pushes you to go to the bathroom. And that's crazy for most people. Your digestive system is so bad that you can't go to the bathroom on your own. That's one of the main things of losing weight is, pushing that waste out. And a lot of people with them sodas and stuff, man, you like every now and then I drink sodas. And I do, I mostly typically try to drink Sprite because when I used to deal with dialysis patients, that was one of the number one things that they always said that messed up their kidney was the dyes, you know, the dyes in those sodas. That's one of the number one thing they always talk about with their kidneys is the dyes in the soda. So when it come down to it, hey, I stay away from a lot of sodas. I drink juice, and I mostly drink water. Like I ain't buy one yesterday, but I was at the grocery store picking up me a sub. I was gonna get a case of water. I bought me some cookies, of course, my little cheap, but I bought some cookies, and I just drive, eat a little cookies. I try to stay away from chips. I started buying like nuts and stuff. I like deluxe box of nuts where they have no peanuts, all the more uh pistachios, pecans, almonds, cashews, stuff like that, macadamia nuts, and they all I try to eat that on the road while I'm driving, more or less, and I try to get the ones without the salt. And because most times you get that salt, man, you be thirsty a lot, drinking and stuff like that. So, but when it comes down to it, people, let's see what I need. Go ahead and go to my work truck. Man, hey, show y'all these boots, man. These work boots. These jokers. About $300 and something, man. $300 and something. And I got them on sale. Got these jokers on sale, man. Got these jokers on sale. I remember I seen these jokers at Ross. These jokers was at Ross for no, was it Ross? No, it was Marshalls. They was at Marshalls for like I think it was like $89 one time. And then when I tried to get them, they were sold out. I was like, yeah, man, because normally I see them, they put them on markdown when the summer come in. Man, the jokers, I was so mad. So I finally got a chance to get them, and I got them actually for $89. And you talking about them shoes, man? Boy, steel toes, got the thermals in there, man, and it actually don't make your feet cold. I mean, it actually don't make your feet hot like that. You talking about somebody that love them shoes, man? I love them shoes. You can tell me. But yeah, man, like I said, start losing weight, man. I gotta get it together, you know. Start, eating better. Start taking care of myself more, and that's one of the big tickets, man. And so with a lot of people, man, that's why I be trying to tell them, man, y'all eating properly, doing the right thing, taking care of your body, man. That's the ticket. Yeah. And so, that's the thing why I be trying to, eat better. You know, don't want the joints be hurting and stuff. I saw it because I'm real big on eating vegetables. I always be eating like veggie trays and stuff. Like people done seen, I took pictures and stuff of me driving and stuff like that. Man, I have a whole veggie tray on the other side. I be killing that veggie tray. And I don't get the little small ones, and I get the big one. And I just eat the vegetables when I'm driving. The whole time. Eating the vegetables when I'm driving. But when it come down to it, man, hey, you gotta start taking care of yourself. And, if you don't do it, what they say, if you don't do it, nobody else will. So for the most part, that's what I try to do, man. Take care of myself, eat better, try to work out, try to do some things that's preventative maintenance for myself. But in the end, like I said, I want to live for my kids. And me living for my kids, it's not sitting up there eating all them burgers and stuff. Like, hey, man, they was going on me hard yesterday, man. Hey, they told me I was running around with the barbecue cologne. I was putting on Sweet Baby Ray's. They say she need to cut out all that eating. Up here walking around with Sweet Baby Ray's cologne, splashing it on your neck like it's cologne. It's like you need to cut it out. Then it's hit me like, put down the fork, sir. Watch the fork. Don't sit there and eat all that food. And I'm like, yeah. But at the end of the day, it was a conversation needed, man, And that's what I always say. Because even with me getting my vitamins and stuff properly, eating through my food, but then also me taking vitamins as well, I've been doing big. But yeah, man, I'm about to get off of here because I'm about to get ready to start loading this truck, get ready for my day. Try to get off early. Like I always say, you hit your 9 to 5, then I gotta go ahead and hit my 5 to 9. So with that being said, man, This thing, the internet's going out. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, but I'm about to jump off here, man. I'll holler at y'all. You know, like I always say, we here, we gon'